Hello. Hey, you guys. Welcome again. Welcome back to all of our viewers out there. Listen, welcome to Real Estate Sips with Sandy and Shay. I am your host, Shay, and this is Sandy. Listen, today is role play. This is going to be good because we're literally about to show you what it is, the process of when you come with your what is it? Your I went blank. Yes, pre-approval letter. I will be your buyer today.
Yes.
And then we got Sandy.
I'm gonna be the buyer's agent.
Yes. So we're about to do this, and we're going to show you guys the process when you have already saw a lender. Okay. So you already have been to your lender, you already have been pre-approved or pre-qualified, and then you're coming and you have found your realtor. But I'm gonna tell you how I found mine. Y'all ready for this?
How did you find me? Oh, by the way, this is sip number 8.
Oh yes, sip number 8.
This is our 8th show. So cheers.
Cheers.
And welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your travels.
Yes, I did. It was amazing. Though it was a lot of driving.
My mouth was dry. We couldn't forget that. Cheers, girl.
Right. I feel you. I needed it. But yeah, the drive. We love driving.
So how'd you hear about Promised Land Properties?
I heard about it. Listen, on the way back. Oh my God. On the way back, I saw the sign in Plantation.
Really?
And that bus 22. I was at the stoplight and then I looked and I saw, Promised Land Properties. It was your name. The name just drew me. And then you got, then it's crazy. I also on TikTok, I seen a Promised Land Properties. Then I seen the show.
They're clowning me.
Oh, it's okay. But it drew me to you. And then I saw the Sandy and Shay show. I was like, oh, they know what they're talking about, baby. They know what they're talking about. So I said, I got to go to Sandy. I heard such great things about you. So I'm glad you're my realtor.
Thank you. I appreciate the business, Shay.
Yes.
And so you take the bus?
I do. This time though, I was driving, but I do take the bus sometimes.
Because a lot of people, some people, even though they don't have a car, they can buy a house too.
Yeah.
So that day you just happen to be taking the bus. And guys, this is role play, okay? And it's okay to take the bus. Shay and I both have cars. But
I took the bus for a season in real life.
We're keeping it
for a whole 7 months, and I was being humble, and I loved it though because it brought me so much compassion on people. So go ahead.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yes,
thank you for that humility, sharing that, because people tend to turn their noses down just because you're taking a bus, but you could buy a house too. Well. Shay, I understand that your schedule is pretty tight.
Yes, it is.
And so you needed to come in today and get this process rolling. Yes. So let me see your pre-approval letter.
Here it is. From Tina, my lender. She's amazing. She talks so great about you.
Oh, Tina Mulligan?
Yes.
That's my girl. Absolutely. So, okay, this looks pretty good. It says here that you are eligible for up to $530,000. Wow, that's pretty good. And what are you looking to buy?
I want to buy a duplex. We're looking for an investment property.
A duplex?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Something that maybe possibly that I want to live in as well, but rent out the rest of it.
And when you say we, is there another buyer with you or just an occupant?
Another buyer. So it's two of us.
Oh, I need to check this pre-approval. Oh yes. Okay, I apologize. It does say here, Shay and Schuster.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the things, I'm gonna call your lender and introduce myself to her because it's important that we have a relationship as realtors. We have a relationship with the lender.
Yes.
Because we're going to be working together to get you all the way to the closing table.
Mm-hmm.
But and I'm pretty sure that, okay, so your lender seems like she has everything on point here. I'm going to take a look later on at the taxes and HOA, if any, but there shouldn't be, since you're looking for a duplex. Most duplexes are not located inside of a homeowners community association. So tell me what you want, Shay, in this duplex. What are some of the features that you must have, or you don't really care? You just want a duplex to live in one side and rent out the other. But are there any specific features or location or anything else that you prefer with this property?
I want it to be it don't have to be extremely updated, but I do want the main stuff. Want to make sure the roof is good. And the floor is important to me as well, and the plumbing, making sure that those type of things. But location wise, I'm really open. You know, I don't want to be too much. Even if I'm in the hood, it got to be a good property in the hood. but I'm open, you know. But I do want to make sure me and my spouse, we want to make sure the income that we'll bring in a little income, make it a little, you know. So an area that will get me some good rent.
Okay. Yeah. Are you open to the West Palm Beach area?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because right now in Fort Lauderdale, I have been working with a couple of other buyers looking for the same type of property, and I've just not been seeing anything really impressive. Mm-hmm. The inventory, of course, is very low. I do want to let you know you're still in a seller's market, so I want you to prepare yourself to maybe even offer over what the seller is asking to beat out other offers. Okay. And maybe even be willing to put down some money over the appraised value. Okay. Because right now it's just the supply is so low and the demand is high. Mm-hmm. You're competing against cash buyers and people with other conventional loans that are actually, you know, cash ready to put their money where their mouth is. You have a question?
I was about to ask about how much over do you think, you know?
Well, it really depends on how much you really like that property, how much you feel and have a vision for it, what you think it's worth. Because what somebody may think is worth offering $10,000 over the appraised value because it puts them down the street from their grandparents or their parents. And to you, it may only be worth $5,000 over the appraised value because you don't have anybody in the area and you do not want to overspend on a property too much more than it's worth because you don't have any other social capital there that you're tied to. Okay. So it could be like a variety of things, you know, a variety of things. And it just takes for us to just go look at the property. What about schooling? Do you have like children that needs to be in a certain school zone? Do you prefer a school? Are you okay with a C, B, C, and D school? Or you say you drive a car sometimes and you take the bus? Those should be things that are important. You know, the proximity of the property to a bus station. And so those things factor into the value of how much you feel that you would want to put over on a property just to be able to win that contract. Okay. So, if you don't mind, I do have a couple pieces of papers for you to fill out. It's called a buyer's agent agreement. Okay. And we'll go over it. Now, not all realtors use this in the state of Florida, but it protects our relationship. And it gives basically notice to other agents that I am working with you exclusively and you're working with me exclusively. If you are not in agreement to sign that, you know, we could just have a transaction broker relationship. So that's something we'll get into. Okay. So now that we've gotten into that, do you have any questions before we go out and look at the properties that you have in mind? Okay, so let me look up a few properties, Shay. And normally, guys, this is not done in front of the buyer. We're just role playing, and you will not know every single detail, but it should go something like this, right, Shay? Any input? It should. I'm gonna look it up. You can talk to our people. So exactly what she said. It don't go exactly like this. Usually, sometimes they could be on the phone and we already, they could be talking and we already pulled up the properties, already going to the email. What's your email? They're already about to get all the email, you know, and then we take time to look. If they give us a preference, you know, some people are very particular. You know, I want this in the backyard. I want this. We do get those type of people. So we make sure that we are finding those things and we're searching properties. So that's some things that take place behind the scene.
And they don't get to see that type of work where we stand up late scrolling through properties and going through things like that. So
really,
yes, sometimes Sand is up real late, and I am too. But she
yes.
is up real late or early in the morning. My email is at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
They just get mad at me because I send out the offers like 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't expect you as an agent to wake up and check my email. I'm just thinking that
that's her work time.
When you finally do wake up, that's my praying time. But then I pray and then I work.
My husband said every night, he'd be like, babe, your phone on silent, because he don't want to wake up. So I got to make sure my phone on silent every night. He'd be like, them dings and them emails coming, boy.
Yeah, I sleep in the MLS. So I'm going in the MLS, Shay, and what the MLS is a multiple listing service. Basically, in normal circumstances, you would have been getting MLS listings from me to preview the properties before you even meet up with me to go look at properties. But since this is just a 20-minute show, we have to kind of truncate a lot into it.
I do got one little question because I do be looking at Zillow all night. Like,
oh
can
my
I send
God.
you Zillow?
No.
I like properties.
No to the no. I'm sorry.
But no. I be looking and I be like, I wonder if I can send this to have you search. You know, I be like, oh no, she's sending me. I want to send her some.
Yes.
So,
do not send your realtor Zillow properties unless they tell you specifically that they don't mind. I mind. And it's nothing better than a buyer that is so invested that they want to actually help the process, you know, and look for their own properties. But one of the things that I find with the Z word, that's sign language for Z. One of the things that I find with the Z word is they have a lot of bait properties.
Sure.
Properties that are outdated, properties that's already been sold, and they use it basically to bait and switch. Not just them, but a lot of other companies. That's, you know, people are getting in trouble now for some of the tactics that they've been doing to mastermind this industry. But we really need to get back to the basics and the ethical way of doing things, and not let money be such a motivator that we don't think about how this harms our buyers.
Right.
So no, do not send me Zillow properties. Do not send me Realtor.com properties. Now, Zillow is also a real estate agent now, so we have to be careful about what we say. But I do not want any properties from that website.
Right. I would say this too, and this as a realtor. Sometimes I be feeling bad when they really love the property and they send it to you, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is available," and you go look it up, and it's not. And you gotta tell them that, and then they do another one. They send you another one, and it be like, sorry, this one too. I've had it happen 4 or 5 times.
Oh yeah.
And they like, they get frustrated in the process, and it ain't even our fault. So now we dealing with a frustrated buyer for clickbait. So I just and I be like, oh my God, now I gotta calm her down. Now I gotta make her trust in the one link that we're sending her, because we can send you the MLS link from the realtor. So she's gonna get.
If you go on certain websites, you're gonna think, oh, my realtor's not doing their job. Like, how can I find these houses on this website, but the properties she's sending me is not including these houses? That's because 9 out of 10 times, guys, those are clickbaits. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. So don't waste your realtor's time. You should know that a lot of those properties online comes outside of our website base, and the show that we did earlier about the difference between a real estate agent and a realtor.
Yes.
That show. Yeah, that show tells you that we have to pay that $800 a year, and included in that money, we have access to the MLS. Well, these companies have contracted with our board, and they have access to our information, which they then take and upload it on the internet so that you guys can surf and find these properties, but they don't update the properties. If that property sells, they're not going to update it because they want you to think it's still available, so you can click it and call them so they can say, oh, I'm sorry, Shay. I'm glad you like that property, but it's no longer available. But I just saw it. Yeah, but it's not, can we help you find someone else? They're just doing marketing. They're getting business, guys, but don't be fooled by that. Look at the listings that your agent, if you're not happy with your agent, find another agent. You can work with anybody you want to work with. Right. And I'm so glad you chose me, Bob. bus stop number 22.
Yes, yes, yes. I love it.
All right, so let's look at some houses, shall we?
Shall we?
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so I do have to, I will call your lender. But
Okay.
from looking at this, because I do have a relationship with Tina, so I don't have to call her right now. But if it were any other lender, you know, I would call because I don't know, I don't know who they are. If they actually gave you a good letter, like has been in the past, people just be issuing out pre-approval letters without vetting the buyer and setting them up. They set them up for failure and they can't close. So thank you, Tina, for always doing such a great job. So we're gonna look at some houses, Shay.
Oh.
I have 4 houses lined up for you. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just take a few minutes. We're gonna go. I have the codes for all of those houses.
Can I get the code?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I was thinking that I could bring my spouse later on.
Oh, no, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
That is such a good question. I'm sorry. As a realtor, I'm not allowed to give you the codes because it's against our industry rules, and it protects the seller from people accessing their home at their own free will.
Oh.
Can you imagine if like you were home and somebody enters your house because some realtor gave them the code?
Oh, right.
So yeah, so
I understand that now. Okay.
Okay, awesome. Okay. So I did call just a minute ago, and I got codes for 3 properties, even though we have 4 lined up here that you like.
Okay.
I did get codes for 3, so we're gonna go ahead and go to 3 of them. All right, so let's walk through this one.
Okay.
And guys, we're using these houses. We're getting ready to show our lucky buyer, our blessed and favored buyer, pre-approved by our lender Tina. These 4 beautiful homes, but only 3 of them are available to see today because one of the agents didn't call and give me access to get into the property. So this
I really liked it though.
You love that one?
Why didn't they answer? I don't like when agents do that. They can respond to you guys. Yeah, but it's okay.
It happens.
It ain't meant for me.
But you know what? Especially in the seller's market, I'm finding that a lot of agents are not responding. I don't know if they have too much work, making too much money. But it's so important that you always respond. Your agent always responds to you when you're working with them, and you'll never have that problem with me.
Okay, thank you.
I don't care. If you call me at 11 o'clock and I'm not sleeping, I'll answer. So we're going to go into the first one. Now, this one, Shay, is in West Palm Beach. Because we're looking at West Palm Beach because you wanted a higher rent value at the duplex. So let me open the door. I can't let you see me open the door with the code, so I have to conceal it. Okay, come on in, Shay. Let's go.
Ooh.
This is nice.
This is nice.
Yeah.
I love the high ceiling.
Okay.
Okay, and I love. Only thing I don't like that one that got carpet over there, and I just didn't want carpet, but I'm willing to take it anyway, you know.
Well, I can see if the seller can maybe give you a carpet allowance.
No.
There's not a lot of that going on in this seller's market, but you know, it never hurts to ask.
Okay.
So let's check out the appliances and make sure that they actually work.
Okay.
Oh, they spent a lot of money on this fridge. The walls have been freshly painted.
Yeah, I can see that. And this is nice. Yeah, I like this little area. I can put a table here. I can see vision in here.
Yes.
It's a lot of space, you know, no crowded kitchen. Because I like to cook. So I like a lot of counter space and things like that. So I like that.
All right. So you can walk around, Shay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check underneath the sinks. I'm going to check the electrical panel and make sure that it's something that you can get insurance for, because if the panel is too outdated, some companies will not insure it. And I need to check the windows if they're hurricane impact. Now, I'm not acting as an inspector, guys, but because of my experience and my knowledge of being in this field of real estate, and Shay and I, we work in real estate, we know just by experience some things that's going to fly and not fly with the lender and the insurance company. So those are things. While you guys can focus on looking at, the pretty floor and how beautiful the granite countertops are, we're looking at the ceiling, see if there's any sign of water intrusion, and we're looking underneath to see if there are any drips or leaks underneath the sink. I pull up rugs. I'll roll away the rug to see if there's any foundational
Yes.
cracks. That is just, my dad was a builder, so when I go on a showing with you, I'm not just going to look how cute the place is. That you can do that.
You're like, that ain't my assignment. I understand the assignment.
I go on assignment.
But
Yes.
I remember one time we went in a property and
Yes.
they had that picture of something on the wall, and we asked to move it, and we so glad we did, because it was something, a big old hole under there. And I was like, what? We had found something. The rooms were so uncomfortable and shaky. We was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And they would try to hide stuff. And sometimes you're walking on the floor. If anything feels a little bit unleveled, it's okay. All right, so maybe the seller is there at the time that we're looking at the property. Hi, Mr. Seller. Is it okay if we move this couch?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, y'all doing too much. Oh, we're not doing enough. We need to do as much as we can for our buyer. Okay, now we don't tell the seller that, but that's what our mindset is.
Yes.
Is to assess the property, not just going to look if it's cute.
Right.
And we cannot, like I said, these are just our opinions. We can't tell you how old the roof is. We can't give you any of those details. We can only give you our opinions based on what's in plain view.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Now my question about this one, I love this unit, but is the other units, if we couldn't go in there, only that one?
Oh,
Are they
yeah.
updated?
Well, they did say we couldn't see. They were gonna. I'm still waiting on the agent to call me,
Okay.
but I just didn't want to lose the opportunity to see this one. But
Okay.
she said that the tenant is living on the other side.
Okay.
So we're gonna go knock next door and see if we can see that one.
Okay.
All right. Realtor. Hi. How you doing? Here's my card. My name is Sandy. We're at Promised Land Properties. I'm here to do a showing. Is it okay if we come in?
Yeah.
Oh, your realtor didn't tell you. Oh, I'm sorry. Just a minute. I'll call her. Let me give her a call. Hi, Susie. Yes, I'm here at the West Palm Beach duplex on Rogue Street. Yes, no, the tenant's home. He's saying that he wasn't expecting us. Can you give him a call and let him know that we won't be long? We won't be long, sir. Okay. All right. Thank you, Susie. Okay, so she's gonna call you. We'll just wait right here. Girl, I don't know what they're gonna do when they have to move out. I mean, rent's so high.
I know.
I hope you don't get into a situation that if you do take this unit, you're gonna have to end up evicting that tenant because they may not find a place to go. Are you willing to keep that tenant since you're paying full rent?
I'm willing to keep them.
So you don't plan on raising the rent?
I don't, unless time. Yeah, but I'm willing to. If he's been here for 10 years, I can let him stay there.
A lot of tenants, they'll try to block you from coming into the property because they know they have to move and pay higher rent somewhere else.
Yeah. So, but if he's been here that long, I'm fine with it. But if it was up to just my spouse, he'd be like, out of here.
Oh, we can come in? Okay. Thank you. So we're going in. Yes, this is nice. This auditor's right here.
So you got it hooked up in here.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right.
So it let me see the potential of the other unit by seeing this one. I really, really like this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been here? Okay, a couple of years. Okay. All right. Everything works good? Yeah, I know I'm supposed to ask you a realtor, but since you live here, I'll just ask you a couple of questions. Everything looks good. That's all I want to know. Well, for as long as he's been there.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Ooh, that was nice.
That was.
On a scale from like 1 to 10, what would you rate this property?
I rate that property at 8.
Oh, that's high.
That's
pretty good.
Like
so
that.
Strong potential.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Okay.
Especially with a tenant that long. I like tenants are important.
Yeah.
When it comes to this, I don't want to have to find my own. Even though I heard you about to go into property management soon, you can find me some tenants.
Hey, absolutely. We do the background checks and everything.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, that was for role playing. So Shay, now that we've visited all the properties,
Mm-hmm.
it's time to make an offer. So, which property do you want to make the offer on? And I know that all of them were 500,000.
Okay.
So, oh, that's good. You don't have to use your whole pre-approval of 530.
I know. I know.
So which
that was what we planned. We was like, even though we approved for that amount, do we gotta spend that amount? Like,
no.
So yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to, and never let anybody force you into spending your whole pre-approval amount.
Yeah. So
All right, so I'm excited.
I think I'm gonna go with I love the first one, but
Okay.
I like the potential of the third one the
Okay.
most. So let's go with the third one, and then this first one will be my backup.
All right, okay. So, well, we can't. So that'd be your backup, because we cannot, as realtors, write two contracts on two different places. Yet it's one contract at a time, because you don't want to get in that situation where you put it in two offers and they both get accepted, and then the seller is looking for you to deposit money because you've extended yourself. You can lose your deposit that way. So this is a real estate contract, and it's an as-is contract. It says as-is residential contract, which is common here in the state of Florida, South Florida especially. But basically, you're buying the property as you see it, as is.
Okay.
So they have it listed at 500. Are you? I did the comps in the area, and I did find out that it's listed a little bit higher than the last one that sold of its type.
Okay.
But it's not that much high.
Okay.
It's listed $20,000 higher. So, are you okay with going in at the 500 and putting an appraisal contingency on it? Like if it doesn't appraise for 500,000, you'll put in the extra money to add it up to 500,000, or do you want to go lower with maybe some money over appraised value? Or what is it you're thinking? What did you and hubby decide?
We're willing to just put it exactly, offer them what they what they asking,
Okay.
but appraisal contingency definitely.
Oh.
And we're only willing to go no more than 15 over appraised, but 10 at the most. But I'll let you know as a realtor, I'll give them a little 5 more if it's needed. If not, no.
Okay, so I'm gonna write this up. Okay, so we're gonna need to choose a title company. Do you have a title company?
No, whatever you recommend.
Whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one on Western Title in Western. Our affiliate Debbie Adams over there, she's pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good company, and we've done a lot of closings with them. All right, so this one's for 500,000, and from what you've said, you're willing to go 10,000, no more than 15, but you want to start at 10,000 over appraised value.
Right.
And we're gonna put like a 5-day inspection period, only because the market is so competitive. You don't want to drag out your inspection period to 10 days, even though you would definitely have the right to do so.
Okay.
But the best offer wins.
Okay.
So if everybody else is submitting offers for a 5-day or a 6-day or 7-day inspection period, you don't want to come with a 10-day inspection period. And the seller is going to say, wait, they're going to take 10 days to decide if they want my property or not, to get it inspected or not. No, so it's still up to you. So how many inspection days do you need?
That's fine. I'm gonna go immediately. As soon as you tell me to get an inspection, okay. I'm willing to go.
Because I didn't know if you had to work and if you wanted to be at the inspection.
I'm gonna get that inspection. That I have to be a little late. I told my job this is important to me.
But I'm gonna give them 2 days to respond and accept the offer.
Okay.
Because we don't want the agents the seller's agent to hold on to the contract too long, waiting for other offers that will beat it. So we're gonna give them this. Listen, you have 2 days to review our offer and let us know if you're gonna accept it or give us a counter offer.
Okay.
So today's date is the 29th, is it? Yes. So they have 2 days. Okay, so the 29th. So they have till the 30th and the 31st
Okay.
to 31st. So the closing date, we could put that for 45 days out. That way, during that period of time, the title work could get done. You can apply to your lender for the actual loan. I know you came with your pre-approval.
Mhm.
That's just a pre-approval. You'll then need to, if the seller accepts this contract, you'll then need to apply to your lender for the actual loan. So
Okay.
you have to go back to Tina
Okay.
and give her what she asked you for to apply for the loan for the property.
Okay.
All right, so with the financing contingency, you said that you wanted to do an amount over appraised value. So 10,000, you gotta write that in there.
Okay.
All right. Do you need, Shay, any money for closing costs? I strongly recommend against it in a seller's market. People are paying sellers just to take their offer. So asking a seller to pay your closing costs in this market is not advisable. However, it's your choice if you feel that you're cash, strapped.
Okay.
So
Well, I don't want to ask nothing for them unless something come up.
okay.
Like if you tell me, like when we do our inspection or something, I might then if you recommend, So that's
okay.
all.
So during the inspection, yeah. So I can sit here and I could tell you exactly what to write on this contract offer to get your offer accepted. I can tell you what's going to work. I can tell you what's not going to work. But my responsibility is to go over this contract with you. And you are making the decisions. And you are listening to my expertise as a seasoned realtor. And we have a relationship of trust.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't trust your realtor and don't think they have your best interests at heart, you should not be working with that realtor. See,
Amen.
too many horror stories. Too many horror stories. So this contract is 12 pages. 12 pages, and we'll go through it together, and we'll send that offer in for you.
Yep.
And we just gonna pray that you get accepted, because that was a really nice property. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh. So any last word?
So this was good, very good. Listen, it just felt, I felt like I was literally living the moment. So I'm gonna receive this. but we definitely it was realistic, and it's crazy. It was good. She did a good job, and I felt like I was asking the questions that we get asked all the time. So I was trying to be relatable to you guys and just give y'all, we want to give y'all information and help you guys the best we can. All right, so thank you.
And see, all realtors are not monsters. We're very personable. We're fun. We're loving. We're faithful. We're rooting for you to get that property.
All right, so join us next Monday, next week. Listen at 1:00 Eastern Standard Time with Real Estate Sips with Sandy and Shay. See you till next time.
Cheers.